Hello dear students, in this class we will discuss from the class 6th civics part the chapter number 1 rural local self-government. So what is local self-government? In this chapter we will discuss the deeply and each and every point about the local self-government, that is Panchayat Raj system. We will discuss the features and functions of local government at village level, block level and district level, and we will also know that how it has been changed the people and initiate responsible to help local bodies. We will discuss one by one with the introduction first. Rural local self-government. Indian constitution originally provided us two-tier system, that is central government as well as state government. We don't have Panchayati Raj system at earlier. In the year 1950, Balwant Rai Mehta Committee suggested that to make decentralization of power. Now, what is this decentralization of power? When power is taken away from central and state government and given to the local governments, this is called as decentralization. The basic idea behind this is to make reach each and everyone at the village level, because India is a very big country. We have to reach each and everyone because India lies mainly in the villages. We have a lot of villages where we cannot reach, where central government, state government cannot reach. So we have made the Panchayati Raj system at local level, because the people who are at the village level or at the Panchayati level, they can understand their problems according to their geographical areas, according to their climate, whatever the problems they have, they can understand easily more than the central government and state government, and they can give us better solution. So we got the rural local self-government, that is with the 1950s Balwant Rai Mehta Committee, decentralization of power has been given and we have made Panchayati Raj at local level. Now what is Panchayati Raj? We have panchayats at three levels. That panchayats is at village level, block samiti is at tahsil level and Zilla Parishad is at district level. We have three-tier system. The local administration at village level is looked after through a three-tier system, namely Panchayati, Block Samiti and Zilla Parishad. Look into this picture. You can refer to the textbook page number 100. Here there are villages. There are a number of villages are there, which is called as village panchayat. Like this is one of the village panchayat. This is one of the village panchayat. The number of panchayats makes one block samiti. Okay, here also two panchayats, here also two panchayats. They make the number of block samiti. We have one block samiti, we have two block, we have three block samiti. Okay, and look at here carefully. Number of panchayats make block samiti. Number of block samitis make one Zilla Parishad. Is that clear? Look at it carefully once again. Number of panchayats make one block samiti. Number of block samiti makes one Zilla Parishad. Okay, you can refer to the page number 100 in the textbook. You can refer to this picture in the textbook also from the page number 101. Okay, here we have three-tier system, that is Zilla Parishad, Panchayat Samiti and Panchayat. Zilla Parishad, Panchayat Samiti and Panchayat. At Panchayat is at village level and this is at taluk level, and Zilla Parishad is at the district level. For example, Panchayat at the village level, it's a small village. It can give a basic necessities for the people at the village level, but cannot give them more than that. For example, take the example of higher education. We need a high school for that village, but it cannot make it. So it depends on the taluk level, that is Panchayat Samiti. Panchayat Samiti will help the panchayats to make education. And if it need more higher education, like higher education or development of science parks, etc., if it now needs more, then Panchayat Samiti and Panchayat both depends on the Zilla Parishad, that is district Panchayat. All the three institutions, namely the Panchayati, the Block Samiti and the Zilla Parishad, together are called as Panchayati Raj or the three-tier system. Okay. Significances of Panchayati Raj. What are the significances are there? After discussing village Panchayat, Block Samiti and Zilla Parishad, we can well appreciate the significance of Panchayati Raj. That is, Panchayati Raj has given us the political awareness. It has brought general and political awareness among the people, especially in the rural areas, about the elections about the reservations, about the higher education. This all awareness has been bring about at village level also, and it has also helped in the improving general condition of the people, like education, bus facility, road facility, loans, agriculture, drinking water facility, etc. And also in the help of decision making. Decision making helped people to make a good decision for that village, for them, and it also helped in making their conditions better than before, and it has brought the government and the people close together, and people sit together to look after that matter. Here are some pictures which you can refer. Now, what is a panchayat? In general sense, a panchayat is a committee. People will sit together and they will decide something to the welfare of that particular village or particular panchayat or a committee or a Zilla Parishad. Before the 73rd Amendment of the Indian Constitution, some states were implementing, but some states were not implementing the Panchayat Raj system. But after 73rd Amendment, all states are implementing the Panchayat Raj system. At every village we have Panchayati, and every district we have Panchayat Raj system, as well as majority all over the India we have the same setup of the Panchayati Raj system, almost all. So remember this point, that is 73rd Amendment of the Indian Constitution about Panchayati Raj system. Okay. The organization of a village panchayat. These will be called the three important wings, that is Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat and Naya Panchayat. The next is the Gram Sabha. This is also called as the village assembly, and every adult, that male and female, who is 18 years or above is a member of this Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha must meet at least twice a year. They will meet twice a year, that is 2 times, and it passes an annual budget and discuss the major problems of that particular village, and the members of this Gram Sabha are elected by the members of that village. The next is the Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat is a small committee of like 7 to 30 members who are elected by the Gram Sabha. Listen here carefully. The Gram Panchayats are elected by the Gram Sabha. Gram Panchayats are elected by the Gram Sabha. Gram Sabha is elected by the members of the citizens of that particular village. Okay. In the Gram Panchayat we have elected by Gram Sabha, and this is also called as village panchayat. And in this we have 1/3 seats are reserved for the women, and there is a reservation for SC and ST also for the elections. The next is the Sarpanch. The Sarpanch is also called as village Pradhan, and he is the head of the panchayat. He or she is called in different names, that is Sarpanch or Mukhya. If the Sarpanch is absent, there will be a vice president who will look after the matter. It is a duty of the Sarpanch to conduct the meetings of Panchayat and Gram Sabha and preside over this. And the next is another point, the Sarpanch does not have any salary. The next is the Panchayat Secretary. The Panchayat Secretary is the paid officer of the Panchayat, and he maintains the records and registers of that particular village, and he is appointed by the district magistrate or deputy commissioner, and he also maintains the whatever the local records are there, he is maintained by the Panchayat Secretary. The duration, the Gram Sabha, the Gram Panchayat, the Sarpanch, these all members are elected for the 5 years, and it may be dissolved or insufficiency and mismanagement. If that panchayat is not working properly, if there is a mismanagement, then that panchayat can be dissolved and a new panchayat will be conducted. Now, functions of the village panchayat. We have 2 functions mainly, that is essential and another one is optional. Essential means which are those functions which have to compulsory the panchayat has to do. The second one, that is optional or voluntary functions. The panchayat can do that or it can leave it, but essential functions has to do it compulsory. We will discuss one by one what are essential or compulsory functions. I will close it 1 second. Yeah. That is roads and waterways, like lights on roads and streets, public health, importance of that public health, and the supervision of primary school, and so on. These are the essential, that is compulsory functions that panchayat has to do. And if you go for the optional functions, like it has management of village market. In village, there are some villages we have markets at that. It can manage that, and it can management of hospitals for the cattle, holding village fairs, and so on. These are the optional. Remember that these are the optional. It is not mandatory for the panchayat, but these are that which are the compulsory functions for the panchayati raj system. The next is source of income. Till now we discussed the organization of village panchayat, the gram sabha, the gram panchayat, the sarpanch, the panchayat secretary, optional works, mandatory works. We all discussed till now. But what are the sources of income? Because income is important, because panchayats will pass the budget also. See here, it has to develop roads, it has to develop lights on roads and streets, it has to maintain the public health, supervision of primary school, and so on. These are the compulsory. If you take voluntary, we have so many list, so we need some source of income, right? The taxes on houses and shops, fee from the registration of the sale and purchase of the cattle, taxes on fairs and markets, government grants. This is one of the important we have. The government will give grants for them, and income from the sale of public property. These are the source of income from which the panchayats will work. I hope that this video was helpful for you. To get more updates, you can subscribe to the channel, and if you have any doubts, comment down and I will try to help you. Thank you.